entertainment industry thrives on glamour, secrecy, and carefully curated images. But once in a while, the truth bursts forth like a thunderclap, shaking the very foundation of fandoms across the globe. Today, that thunderclap belongs to YuLong and Meimei, two of the most admired rising stars of this generation. For months, their names have been tied together in whispers, speculations, and endless fan theories. But until now, everything had been brushed aside as rumor. The IZ's official statement finally dropped, and what it contained has left fans in total shock, flooding social media platforms and sparking a frenzy no one could have predicted. The mystery begins. It began with a mystery. Late-night photos of YuLong and Meimei spotted together in places far away from the public eye, restaurants tucked into quiet corners of the city, private studios, and even abroad, where sharp-eyed fans caught blurry glimpses of them walking side by side. Each time the pictures emerged, the agency was quick to release carefully worded denials, insisting they were only colleagues preparing for upcoming projects. Yet, the chemistry between them was undeniable, both on-screen and off, and fans could not help but sense there was more than friendship at play. For months, the debate raged. Was it real or simply another marketing ploy? The breaking news. Then came the breaking news. The IZ's official press conference streamed live across multiple platforms. The usually composed representative appeared visibly tense as cameras flashed and reporters leaned forward with anticipation. With a heavy sigh, the statement began, after careful consideration and in respect to the overwhelming speculation and concern from fans worldwide, we have decided it is time to clarify the truth about YuLong and Meimei. The pause that followed seemed endless, but when the words finally came, they sent shockwaves through the industry. Yes, the two are in a relationship, and this has been ongoing for a while. That one sentence was enough to crash servers, flood Twitter, Weibo, and TikTok with hashtags, and ignite emotional storms across fan communities. Some fans burst into celebration, thrilled that the chemistry they had always suspected was real. Others reacted with heartbreak, unable to reconcile their fantasy of YuLong as a single, unattached idol with the reality of him loving someone else. Within minutes, trending hashtags included YuLong Meimei truth, Agency reveals, and fans in shock. Behind the scenes. But the agency did not stop there. The statement revealed that YuLong and Meimei had been trying to keep their relationship private, not for scandalous reasons, but because they wanted to protect something fragile and genuine in a world that constantly scrutinized their every move. According to the agency, they first met during the filming of a joint commercial nearly 2 years ago. At the time, they were both still building their careers, struggling to stand out in a crowded industry. And yet, they found in each other a comfort that transcended the demands of fame. From shared rehearsals that stretched late into the night to words of encouragement exchanged during auditions, their bond grew naturally. What began as mutual support blossomed into something more personal and deeply emotional. And though they had to remain silent publicly, behind the scenes, their love was a source of strength through grueling schedules, controversies, and the loneliness that often shadows celebrity life. The agency confirmed that while both stars were contractually obligated to maintain a clean and carefully managed image, the truth of their relationship could no longer be hidden. Not when paparazzi photos continued to leak and fan curiosity refused to die down. More importantly, YuLong and Meimei themselves requested transparency, choosing honesty over secrecy despite the risks. A defiant love. This revelation was not just a bombshell. It was an act of defiance against an industry that too often dictates the personal lives of its stars. As details emerged, fans became even more fascinated. Meimei, known for her graceful beauty and charisma, admitted in a private letter released to her fan club that YuLong was her anchor during the darkest days of her career. She described him as the one person who saw me not as Meimei the star, but simply as Meimei, someone who could laugh, cry, and stumble without fear of judgment. In turn, YuLong shared in his own statement that she was his greatest source of peace, someone who reminded him of who he was outside the spotlight. This revelation sparked intense debates. Many fans applauded their bravery, calling it a revolutionary moment for Asian entertainment, where dating scandals often destroy careers rather than strengthen them. For years, idols had been forced to hide their relationships or risk losing popularity. But YuLong and Meimei's decision to step forward could signal a new era where love is not seen as a weakness, but as a human right. Fan reactions. Yet, not everyone was ready to embrace the truth. Within hours of the announcement, fan forums split into two camps. Supporters flooded their pages with congratulations, fan edits, and heartfelt letters of encouragement. Others, however, expressed feelings of betrayal, claiming that the agency had deceived them for too long by denying the rumors. Some declared they would no longer support the stars, while others accused the relationship of being a publicity stunt timed to boost upcoming projects. The division was sharp, raw, and deeply emotional, a reminder of how much fans invest in the lives of their idols. Social media added fuel to the fire. Videos of YuLong and Meimei together began resurfacing. Moments fans had once dismissed as coincidence, now re-examined with fresh eyes. Clips of stolen glances, soft laughter, and subtle touches went viral, convincing even the most skeptical observers that the bond between them was genuine. "How did we not see this before?" one fan tweeted, while another wrote, "We saw it. We just didn't want to admit it because we were afraid it was real." A serious commitment. The agency also revealed one more unexpected truth. YuLong and Meimei had already introduced each other to their families, a rare step that confirmed the seriousness of their relationship. According to insiders, their families were supportive, even protective, urging the couple to prioritize happiness over industry expectations. This detail deepened the emotional impact, making the relationship not just a fleeting fling, but something grounded in real commitment. While the news spread, the stars themselves remained mostly silent, choosing to release only brief personal notes rather than full interviews. But that silence did not dampen the storm, it amplified it. Fans speculated about what would come next. Would this mean fewer opportunities as conservative brands and dramas pulled away? Or would it mark a turning point where the industry could no longer police the personal lives of its brightest stars? A watershed moment. Some experts weighed in, suggesting that YuLong and Meimei's revelation could be a watershed moment. In an industry that has long profited from keeping idols single and available in the eyes of fans, their decision to be honest might inspire others to do the same. Already, whispers spread of other stars considering opening up about their relationships, emboldened by the public's mixed yet passionate reaction. For YuLong and Meimei, however, the path ahead will not be easy. They face a wave of scrutiny from invasive paparazzi coverage to pressure from directors and producers who worry about shifting fan dynamics. Yet, at the same time, they also stand at the center of a global conversation about love, freedom, and authenticity in celebrity culture. The story unfolds. And so, the story continues to unfold. Every hour brings new reactions, tears, joy, heartbreak, and celebration. Fans who once believed their idols could never truly belong to anyone now face a new reality, one that asks them to support not just the image, but the human being behind it. Whether they succeed or stumble, YuLong and Meimei have already made history by daring to reveal the truth. Because in the end, the shock was not just about the revelation itself. It was about the courage to choose love in a world where love often feels forbidden. The eye's truth has shattered illusions. But it has also opened doors to something more meaningful. A reminder that stars, no matter how bright, are still human, still vulnerable, and still deserving of happiness. As this breaking news continues to reverberate, one thing is clear. Nothing in the entertainment world will ever be quite the same again. The aftermath. The shockwaves from the revelation about YuLong and Meimei did not end with the I statement. In fact, that was only the beginning of a new storm that seemed to grow more intense with each passing day. Fans across the world stayed glued to their phones, laptops, and television screens, waiting for every new update, every new clue, and every new detail that might shed light on the depth of this relationship. It felt less like an announcement and more like the opening chapter of a real-life drama that had just begun. What stunned people the most was not just that they were in love, but the way their relationship had endured in complete secrecy for nearly 2 years. In an era where paparazzi drones, airport cameras, and fan detectives seemed to capture every movement of a star, YuLong and Meimei managed to keep something so intimate hidden. That question became the heartbeat of countless online discussions, with theories ranging from elaborate disguises to a network of loyal staff protecting their secret. Some even speculated that the agency had known from the very beginning but chose to wait for the perfect time to release the truth, and that timing became its own mystery. The timing mystery. Why now? Why at this exact moment when both stars are at the peak of their careers? YuLong is on the verge of headlining his biggest drama yet, and Meimei just landed an endorsement with a global fashion brand. For many, the timing seemed too convenient. Could it be a calculated risk, a move to humanize them before their biggest projects launch? Or was it, as the agency claimed, simply the couple's decision to stop living in the shadows? Social media platforms turned into battlefields of opinion. Some fans posted heartfelt messages of support. They deserve happiness just like anyone else. Let them love freely. Others expressed anger. Why hide it for so long? We feel deceived. And still there were those caught between admiration and heartbreak, unable to decide whether to celebrate or grieve the loss of their fantasy. Hashtags trended globally for days, each carrying a different shade of emotion. From joy to sorrow to outright disbelief. But amid the noise, one undeniable truth emerged. YuLong and Meimei had captured the world's attention in a way few celebrity couples ever had. They were not just stars anymore. They were symbols of change in an industry long ruled by silence and secrets. Industry reactions. What followed was even more fascinating. Reports surfaced that producers, brands, and even rival agencies were scrambling to adjust their strategies. Some feared backlash from fans who might boycott shows or products featuring the couple. Others saw opportunity, predicting that their openness could draw even more attention and sales. One insider even revealed that an international streaming platform had already approached the pair about starring together in a documentary-style series, capturing the behind-the-scenes truth of their relationship and careers. If that happens, it could redefine celebrity storytelling forever. Meanwhile, YuLong and Meimei themselves seemed determined to live authentically. Close friends leaked that they were no longer afraid to be seen together. And sure enough, fans caught glimpses of them walking side by side. No disguises, no masks, just themselves. For some fans, it was a healing moment. For others, it was salt in the wound. The emotional divide deepened, but one thing was certain: everyone was watching. A call for change. The agency later clarified in a follow-up interview that while they feared the impact on their careers, they also believed the fans deserved honesty. For too long, we have controlled every detail of our stars' personal lives, one executive admitted anonymously. But YuLong and Meimei's love story reminded us, they are not just products, they are human beings. This statement, though unofficial, spread like wildfire and sparked passionate debates about whether the industry as a whole might finally change. Of course, change does not come easily. Reports of fan protests outside the agency headquarters surfaced, with some demanding refunds for merchandise and fan club memberships. Yet, at the same time, thousands of supportive letters poured in with gifts, flowers, and handwritten notes addressed to the couple. The duality of love and outrage made it clear YuLong and Meimei's truth had become bigger than them. It had become a cultural event, and that cultural event has only just begun. Future speculations. Some insiders claim wedding bells may not be as far off as people think, though others insist the couple is focused on balancing their careers and relationship for now. Whether that rumor holds weight or not, the very idea has sparked yet another round of fan speculation, with edits of wedding gowns, tuxedos, and fan-made invitations flooding the internet. The entertainment world has never been so electrified by a single revelation. It is no longer just about YuLong and Meimei as individuals, but about what they represent: a fight for love, honesty, and freedom in an industry that thrives on illusion. For fans, this truth has become a story they are living in real time. A story with twists and turns that no scripted drama could rival. And perhaps that is the magic of it all. This is not fiction. This is not a role or a performance. This is real life, raw, imperfect, and breathtakingly human. Whether fans cheer, cry, or protest, one thing is undeniable: no one can look away. The truth is out. The world is watching. And the story is still unfolding. Stay tuned. And now, dear viewers and readers, if you've been captivated by this breaking story, imagine what more is to come. This is just the beginning of YuLong and Meimei's journey. And we'll be here to bring you every update, every twist, and every moment that keeps your heart racing. On Drama Spark, we dive deeper than the headlines, uncovering the raw emotions, the untold details, and the unforgettable stories behind the stars you love. So don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button on Drama Spark. Turn on your notifications and join the growing community of fans who live and breathe every shocking, heartwarming, and dramatic moment. Because when the next chapter of YuLong and Meimei's story drops, you'll want to be the first to know. This is more than news. It's history unfolding before your eyes. Stay with us, because the sparks are only just beginning to fly.